Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Spearhead cast. Me Matt, here free for you all here on the Eastern Front on Angermunde. Let's go through the players first. Let's start with the Soviet Union today. Representing the Soviet Union, we have Nope without a commander, Lux without a commander, and Professor going straight for Tangovaya Divizhaya for the Soviet Union, which I think is Tank Division. That's not a choice for the Soviets. Let's go through the Axis. Represent the Axis, we have Unterkommander playing as Panzer Tactics for the Waffen SS. Robertus playing as Propaganda Tactics for the Waffen SS. And finally, B.A. Lackey, a Staff Division for the Wehrmacht. So we have a little bit of a desperate defense here going on for the Germans, sending in staff troops and potentially Volkssturm, and even Hitler Youth. Try and hold back the tide of the Soviets here, probably in the war. Well, the Soviets have not really picked out. Oh wait, Lux have picked I think that's rifle. Yeah, that's rifle. So we're gonna see a lot of different Soviet forces on the field, hopefully. Soviets are heading up with lots of conscripts to start with. That's pretty normal. No commander choice yet from Nope. Angermunde is a pretty decent 3v3 vanilla map, I believe. Haven't played on it too much myself. Always looks good to see some of the fights though. It's a very urban map, very industrial. All the train tracks and factories and such. Some of these buildings, like these two, are pretty damn potent to have, as I understand, because you can have a lot of units inside them, firing from all angles. Because the conscripts are going to occupy that quick. I give the Soviets a little bit of a head start in the defense there. So far, no shots have been fired, but I have a feeling the first shots are going to fire here shortly. Probably around here or down there. Oh, wait, first shots are fired here. That was engaging with the Storm Pioneers here. From the Totenkopf. We also have some Volkssturm coming up to support the Sturmgrenadier here. Now, one thing I should note, this is a big map on a 3v3. So, I might not see everything that goes on, and I hope you're really understanding of that. Big matches can be quite hectic. Like, we have a conscript charge up here. The Balladon going out in the middle. That might suppress the ones over here. Nice, it stunned them, but did not suppress them. Conscripts are trying to be very brave here, but get cut down. Staff troops coming up as well. The conscripts are still being aggressive. Conscripts will do well just because of how cheap they are. But so are penal troops. They're probably also just a delaying maneuver. You know, the center, we have lots more Soviets rushing in towards the center here, but it's just a killing field. A lot of negative cover on this open road, so it'll be a lot easier to hit. We also have a choice here. I think it's Motor. Shock, actually. My bad. Great going in here. Good job on the Volkssturm, but it didn't actually kill anyone. Maybe the conscripts have been forced back here by all the German troops. Then here's leading the way. More Soviets come into the field quickly. Maxim set up here to cover up the center. One flasher on the Fonteviki. So the Fonteviki might get out of there though. Ooh, Storm Pioneers might be in trouble. Yeah, Storm Pioneers down. Great coming in for the Volkssturm though. Killing the Maxim! Oh my god, okay. Lots of wipes early on. Great's been led here quickly by the Germans. Probably a smart idea to cover their flank. Finding it's very important to do as a German faction. And he is through a grenade inside the building, but too late. Maxim is now inside. That could be problematic for the Germans. Maxim is quickly setting up here. And yeah, immediately pinning down the Grenadiers there. Now the Germans have to pull back. Kugelwagen and MT42 still holding up the center here. Hitler Youth moving in with the MP40s as well. But another Maxim is on the open road though. Lots of action going on. Not sure how well the Hitler Youth will do. Looks like it's only one window they can fire out of. Great going in. Kugelwagen cutting down the sappers though. You know, the northern flank, the Soviets are pulling through with all the conscripts. The Maxim up in that building is also supporting quite well. But it's lost a lot of men. Lots of machine guns going over these train tracks here. More mines being laid here now by the Soviets. We have a lot of aggressive mining. Okay. Oh, we have a Kugelwagen with an MT-42 quickly driving up here. That might be a mistake. Quickly backing off. Pioneers and Grenadiers moving in quick. I'm not even sure what the Pioneers get for playing stuff. Oh, they get booby traps. Okay. I know you get the MG-34 100 rounds for the Grenadiers, which is actually a good upgrade. Might even an MG-42. And once that's set up, that might be very... Oh! Molotov going out! One of the bastards playing early on with some basic infantry. They generally have incendiary weaponry. Oh, good! Gewaltladung. That is an MG-42. Great assault going in from the conscripts. Laying out the building. Ooh, Germans have taken heavy losses on that flanker already. Hitler, you for dead. Dart infantry coming in here for the Soviet Union. Lots of Wehrmacht troops are pushing forwards though. I don't think the Maxim can set up in time. Yeah, one flasher going out. The Maxim is not going to get out, I think, unless he acts quick. And he has the MG-34 100 rounds. Good to see. Mine. Grenadiers probably have to be careful. The fight's continuing to center as well. Folkestone will not do too much, but there's a lot of machine gun support from the flank if they could clear out this cover here. Maxim has now been set up here by the Soviets. That'll give them a lot of good line of sight. Well, line of fire. And more conscripts keep pushing up to the front line as well. Probably not the best position for Fort HQ, just so close to the front line. We also have a T-70 arriving here for the Soviet Union. Good attempt on the flank here from the Sturm Pioneers, but the Maxim turn around fast enough. Those Sturm Pioneers are probably going to get cut down, yeah. Cut down to pieces fast. Building is still in the hand of the Soviets now with the guards on top. And with double DPM, that's going to make them really good at suppressing. If they can hit. Also, those Pioneers behind heavy cover, so I think that it matters too. Kugelwagen has been recruited. I didn't even know it was decruit. Lots of fire going out here today. 24-2 set up here by the Waffen-SS. Flying through this little alcove. Actually attacked grounding, I think. Sturm Pioneers doing their best here with the Sturmgewehr. Actually, he's been merged with Volkssturm. That's cool to see. That's one of the advantages of playing Volkssturm. You can actually merge with the other squads. They'll be called in there. Did not do too much, but they cleared out the Soviets from staying. D70 here. Not really the best anti-infantry choice. Not in the base game it is, but not in Spearhead. Some commanders get the T60, which is a much better anti-infantry choice. Also, they're behind heavy cover, so that works too. Volkssturm being suppressed. No surprise there. Nice little DPMs from that building. That's a really good Overwatch position, actually. It can cover so much of the map here. Pillbox being established by the staff troops. Also a small dirt bunker here. We got some Fontoviki hiding around. Kugelwagen spots them. Killing the gunner quick. Grenade going out and then them. Oh! Killing them, but the Kugelwagen also went down. But the Kugelwagen is still recruitable. Fontoviki is still holding. T60 arriving. This is much better anti-infantry choice, in my opinion. Instead of a small 45mm gun, it has a flak cannon. Or an autocannon, rather. I think it's not that high, high millimeter. Can I even check it? Check it here? 20mm. Okay, and that's 20mm autocannon. It's not too bad. Panzerfaust have been equipped though, so if they can get close enough, they can kill it. But the Grenadiers here could quickly swing around, and they actually don't have the Panzerfaust yet. Oh, Pack did not penetrate. That's a Pack 38. Ooh, not good at all. They don't have the Panzerfaust. T-70 is just putting down fire down this lane. One good idea, I do have the Panzerfausts. But the DPMs are being too much, I think. This area is just a killing field for them. Funkwagen arriving here for the Waffen-SS. We also have some Panzer Grenadiers, nice to see. Equipped fully with Sturmgewehrs. Volksturm are pushing up aggressively. I'll just change the sound volume on my end. Don't think it should affect you guys at all. Oof. Not the best position to be in for the Germans, but they could still make it through this. Still early. The Panzer Grenadiers are starting to flow into the field here. One squad's been equipped entirely with MP40s, which actually makes them really good in close quarters engagements. There's a lot of good close quarters opportunities down here. There's that bunker there, but I could probably get around that.
One of our emplacements is under attack.
Well, the T-60 remains a threat. Both Grenadiers doing their best up here. But too much autocannon fire coming our way. Same with these Strafttruppen. Pillbox has been established. Pack 38 quickly rushing up. Artillery also being called in. Oh, Guards went down to the artillery strike. Called in by the Untersturmführer here. Pack 38 stunned the T-60. Artillery called in from the Soviet Lieutenant though, forcing the Pack 38 to move. Oh, but it still gets killed! Kettenhund on the field, German military police. Generally good for buffing the Strafttruppen. Oh, veterans out in the open here getting killed. Elite squad available to Waffen-SS propaganda, can only have one in the field at a time. But then cut down by that Maxim in rapid succession, but they managed to get out of there. Not a squad you want to lose early. Guards moving through the lumberyard now. T-60 is finally down. Took them long enough. Thanks to the pack here. I might actually clear up this front line a little bit for them. T-34 Beutepanzer coming in for stuff. Basically a captured T-34 utilized by the Germans. Germans had a knick-knack for using a lot of the equipment they found on the eastern front whenever they could. This here coming the main road. Cannot see the Funkwagen. Funkwagen needs to be cautious. Panzer Grenadiers with Sturmgewehrs are doing a good job here at long range. Heavy mortars are being loaded up here for the Soviet shock army. You have NKVD troops called in, a battle group available to you if you're playing as rifle. Good long range infantry, these guys. And also, no, these guys are sneaking. It's the 6-man squad that can sneak. Already getting some good kills on that Storm Grenadier. Artillery being called in by the Panzer F1 command tank. The north flank, the Soviets are still pushing up through the lumberyard. Germans need more troops up there to hold them. Ooh, they cannot see them yet. Probably if it was free, that would actually mean they could have seen them. Because of how height also matters there. Currently, height actually does not matter that much in Company Heroes 2. T-34 Beutepanzer moving up quick. More Strafttruppen as well. NKVD troops cannot last long, I think. Well, against the Panzer Grenadiers at least. And the F1 command tank. Funkwagen got cleared, but his command squad is still alive. And big push coming up here for the German troops. Veterans pushing up against shock troops is probably not a wise idea. Yeah, the PPSA just ripped them, even inside the building. You don't want to fight against PPSHs up close, or even at most ranges. Looks like the Kettenhund have ordered the charge. Oh, mine's still present there, but its penal troops died on them. Oh, but they mowed down the retreating Soviets there thanks to their MP40s. Goes for tank arriving now. It's a T-34 for the Soviets. NKVD troops are the only actual infantry that Lux has on the field at the moment. Not that NKVD troops are bad. Like, not at all. Need to take out F1. There we go, they lost the vision block and the gun. Gonna make it easier to deal with. Well, the Beuterpanzer is still gonna be a problem until the Soviet T-34 reaches it. The question is, which T-34 is better, the German or the Soviet one? And T-42 ripping into the Soviets on this angle, alongside the Sturmgewehrs. More Soviets gonna enter the field, more guards. Ooh, Panzergrenadiers are being cut to pieces there by the Maxim. T-34s are having a brawl now. Oh, ammo rack from the German T-34! Very lucky. German troops are taking heavy losses on this flank. They have recruited their command tank though. Or command vehicle rather. But the Soviets are not doing too well either. KV-1 coming onto the field here for the Rifle Division. And KV-2 is quickly trying to rush behind cover with double sniper. Yeah, this unit has double marksman by the way as an upgrade. Pretty damn intense. Very good for killing troops at long range, as you can see. EPM equipped here on the Volksgrenadiers. Lots of Soviet equipment being utilized. It's good to see. Oh, Panzerwerfer arriving here for the Germans. Not sure where it's firing. Looks like it's around here. No, aiming for the HQ actually. But there are heavy mortars available for the Soviets at the moment. And a heavy mortar can be quite oppressive. If it can hit. T-34 went down here to the Soviet CIS gun. Getting Hune moving up alongside the Volksgrenadier. Or Kranskis are into the field, but they'll probably have trouble. Ooh, Kranskis moving into intercept, but they're not gonna last long, I feel. Especially when the Kitten Hune gets around. Yeah, suppressing with the MP40 eyes. We're attempting a Molotov, it might actually work out! Only killing one of them though. Volksturm also pushing up. So the Germans are actually doing a good job pushing the Soviets out of this industrial sector. Despite the Soviets' best attempts here. Big grenade going over there. Sandbags covered most of it though. Another Panzerwerfer strike. Ooh, getting a lot of good kills there. T-45 Ace called in by the tank division for the Soviets. Heavy mortars are raining hell down on the Germans at the moment. But the Russians are lacking in a lot of infantry support on some of the flanks. KV-1 here could be a threat though. Mostly in being hard to kill. But the Ace hereby should be a very good weapon against tanks, but they're not really fighting a lot of tanks at the moment. Got a Beuterpanzer being prepared by these tough troops. More guards troops have been on the field now. This one has been equipped with SVTs, and I'm grabbing that EPM. Yep, kinda expected that. We have an MG inside there. KV-1 and 85 is going after it, loading a heat shield for the building. Yeah, heat shield's not really the intended target for a building, but you do. You have the KV-1 though. Back 30 is doing its best. Smoke shell being loaded. There we go, that'll obscure them for a while. Grenadiers is on the flank though with Panzerfausts.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Panzerwerfer following fire. Grenadiers on the flank of the KV. But they got pinned. By the Panzerwerfer shot, actually.
The enemy has destroyed an anti-tank gun.
Friendly fire does happen in war. Pack 48 down. The Germans are lacking in stuff to stop this 85 ace. Oh, what was that? Is that a mortar shell? That's a heavy mortar shell. Hitting directly on the tank. Shock troopers coming up as well. But meanwhile, this is happening as a push on the southern flank by the SS. Almost ignited T-34, but couldn't. Shock troopers are pushing up still here. T-34 boy, the Panzer those holding them.
We are losing a sector.
TV1 making its move. Oh, immobilized by the Boiler Panzer. That's it, just not been doing too well here. Another KV1 arriving for the Soviet Union. They've lost a lot of units.
Combat engineers are standing by.
Looks like the Germans might win this at this point. The Panzerwerfer supporting is just doing a lot of work. Ooh, almost killing that 85 ace. Going all the way back for repairs, I feel, is a very wise move. You have another 85 coming on. Even here in the center now. There's a lack of AT equipment here in the center though by the Germans. This is a veteran squad where only one guy is actually a veteran, the rest are Volksturm. Boiler Panzer going in for a kill. Risky maneuver, but looks like it might be working out. But the ace is nearby. Ah, they both killed each other. Because I think the arm of the KV-1 unless it's upgrade is not actually that impressive for a late war heavy tank. Yeah, it's only 900. T-34 is 650, which is still pretty bad actually. Pack is holding back the T-34, killing one right there. Elite guards called in are guard veterans, which is not a unique unit available to rifle division. We don't have one of them at a time like the propaganda one for the SS. So there's a Fuss open fire there apparently. They're also bringing a lot of rocket-based artillery. Looks like it is working in their favor today. Oh, heavy mortar hit the T-34, immobilizing it. Not done good for the Soviets, not at all. More Panzerwerfer shots are landing, or been fired. Yeah, I don't think the Soviets can do much while under this pressure. Panzerfaust going in on the 85 ace. Mobilize, well, killing the crew. Get them leading the charge again here. Ordering, what's this ability? Deutschland über alles. Double 85 now because they just recruit the ace tank. Panzer just pushing on the southern flank. There's not a lot to stop them. Aiming to destroy the HQ with a grenade assault. Didn't do any damage to it because it's probably too heavy of a building. Then Corporal going out to try and stop the pioneers behind it, or sappers. Ace-85 down. 185 is just pushing up here. All in its lonesome. One of the wisest of moves with all the Volksturm nearby. Yeah, they're Panzerfausting it, and they already destroyed the main gun. The Germans not move tanks up without infantry support. Soviets suffer a lot of losses here. KV-2 coming onto the field shortly. Like, I don't think the Germans can make it out of this one. Another grenade on them. Yeah, this lone Panzer Grenadier is doing his best with his MP40. That didn't work. Most of the industrial complex is on fire at the moment. What a rocket show they're putting on today. Like rockets and heavy mortars and everything. Everything is exploding. Like even if the Germans do push back the Soviets here, it's not gonna matter much, I feel. Then again, that's probably the point. Hitler's probably ordered that everything here has to be destroyed. Because that's generally what the Germans did at the late stage of the war. They were essentially ruining Germany as the enemies were pushing through. Another guard squad down. Lots of DPMs have been found on the ground here for the Germans to utilize. KV-2 here arriving. Big gun. Very big gun mounted on a KV chassis with a very unique turret. Doesn't really have that high armor, I feel. Yeah, it's the same armor as the KV-1. It was also pretty easy to target late war because of its strange, really box-like turret. You don't really expect that thing to be like a wonder weapon that can just pierce through the front line. That's not its purpose. It will make a big bang though. And more rocket artillery landing. Another 85 coming up here. What other guards are we seeing? Just more motor guards. I think with the kind of environment he's fighting in, perhaps the tank guards might be better. Because I think the tank guards can be equipped with a lot more assault-oriented weaponry. Which I think is more suited for the kind of environment this is. That is just my opinion. Perhaps they like the DPMs. I don't say no, the DPM is pretty decent. All rocket strikes are landing around the KV-2, didn't hit anything. Only a little bit of damage from the shrapnel. We have a Tiger Ace arriving now here for propaganda, a unique call-in available to propaganda tactics. It's basically just a Tiger tank that arrives at Veteran C1 and has a unique high explosive shell. The high explosive, well, it's not actually high explosive, it's an incendiary shrapnel round, which is pretty damn powerful against infantry. And in trench positions. Also, it arrives with the Panzer officer on top, so no MT-42. Ooh, 85 tried to get a shot there, but that's going to be a risky move. Tiger's driving around. We'll try to shoot for the carts, but the shells hit the carts instead, obviously. KV-2 has to be cautious. Tiger tank also coming in now from the SS Panzer Division. Luftroops are pushing up aggressively. Panzer 4H and a howitzer has been established. 85 going in. Good shot, injuring the gunner, but destroyed in one shot himself.
We have lost one of our armored vehicles.
Maybe more is now being threatened by the German infantry. KV-2 is turning his turret. And the Germans realize what's going on. Panzerfaust going out. Succeeds. But the squad dies for it. Gewalt going that way. Did not do. That was a smoke grenade actually. By the shock troopers, I think. No, not by the shock troopers. Was it? Probably was. KV-2 is pulling back. We have a B4 being set up by the Soviets. And we also have another howitzer set up by the Soviets. This is really turning into an explosive show. Howitzer shell landing right by the shock troopers. Tiger is ready to move up again. Ooh, right as the Soviet howitzer shell lands behind it. So we're just gonna have a lot more shells landing. Oh boy. The B4, if that can hit anything. Oh, the B4 is on defensive barrage. Oh, but the Rakettenwerfer hit straight on it. Denying the defensive barrage. And Tiger tanks are pushing forward now. More rockets are landing. KV-2 down! Tiger is moving here. 85 trying to get a flanking shot, did not penetrate. But the ace has noticed. Hans Foy is going in on the flank. Yes, it's Werfers landing everywhere. Ooh, one good shot there, but did not do that much damage this time. Low roll. E4 has been reloaded. Oh, immobilized! The ace is down. And tanks are just getting destroyed left and right as well. But the Tiger tank is preparing to move up here. The Soviets have lost far too much ground at this point. E4 down. At this point, the Soviets pull back. I guess the Germans have won this one. Hope you all enjoyed this one. I'll see you the next one, everyone. Bye-bye.